me Biani, and I'm at Whiskey Joe's in Tampa, Florida, doing this video for you all. See, take a look around. Yeah, I wanted to do it by the ocean because it's prevalent for the topic I have in mind today, which is CETUS. CETUS is a very interesting zodiac sign. It is the 14th zodiac sign. And let me see if I could just prop my phone up here without dropping it. Probably not. I don't know. Maybe we can put it down here. Oh, no, better not. It's not a good idea. I might even have to turn this on the side here. Oh no, it won't let me do that. Okay. Well, anywho, I need to find a way to get this sucker to stay. Give me a second. Because we have, there we go. So I just get like standard. All right. I think that will be good. All right. So CETUS. Let's talk about that. It's the 14th zodiac sign. And known of as the sea monster constellation or the whale, and it's associated with the dates March 26th, March 27th. So if you're born on those dates, you might relate to this. Some systems suggest it spans from March 12th to April 18th, while other sources, like those discussing the 14th sign zodiac, place CETUS between May 12th and June 6th. So if you're born between those dates, you may very well be a CETUS zodiac sign, okay? So Danny Hidalgo, the author of Marca article, said how the zodiac sign only lasts for one day, while other articles state different dates for the CETUS constellation. The zodiac symbol is the sea monster. The birth dates of May 12th to June 6th, or March 26th to March 27th. Its nature is fixed. Its element is fire. Okay. And the season is spring. It rules the third house. Colors are blue. The number 14 and the animals known for are the whale and the sea monster. Its planet it rules is Pluto, and it's best visible at 9 p.m. in November. The powers of CETUS is chaos and manipulation. Okay. So CETUS is Latin for whale, and it's represented swimming in the river of Eridanus, so that usually resting on the bank with four paws in the water, its head directly under Aries, marked by an irregular pentagon of stars, and its body stretching from the bend in Eridanus to that in the stream from the urn. It occupies a space of 50 degrees in length by 20 degrees in breadth, and is so one of the most extended of the sky figures, yet it shows no star larger than of the second magnitude, and only one that has luster. CETUS is one of the equatorial constellations. It is a large constellation across the equator. It is located south of Aries and Pisces, between Eridanus and Aquarius. It can be located in the famous Great Square of Pegasus, first at night in late autumn, early winter, and extending about twice the distance from the east side of the Great Square to the south. You can see a second magnitude star, Difta, which is the tail of CETUS. From Difta to the east, the Chinese calls it Master of Destruction, and I wonder why. From Difta to the east, you can see a third magnitude star, which is the nose of CETUS. Some people call this the bad star rising. When it's rising this close to the moon, it causes emotional and mental breakdowns and temporary lunacy in the world So this third magnitude star and 4 other stars nearby form a pentagon, which is the head of CETUS. So in 2025, we had the year of the snake, which is also known as a CETUS, the serpent bearer, which is the third zodiac constellation. And then in 2024, we had the year of the dragon. So that could have been your year, the year of CETUS, the sea dragon, who knows? But there is a picture of CETUS that dominates this card from Urania's Mera in 1825. These legends date back to Greek mythology, like back to 300 BC even. So this zodiac sign, this constellation known as the monster CETUS, right? It's been around for a while. Even sailors used to brag about it. So these creatures actually existed to the point where they actually named a constellation after it. Come on now. CETUS is significant. And why it's been hidden, I don't know. But maybe it just wasn't wanting to be talked about, didn't want to be resurrected. Whichever the fact is, it's being resurrected now. While not part of the standard Western astrology 12-sign zodiac, it's based on the constellation CETUS and its mythological connection to a sea monster. CETUS is thought to be an unofficial 14th zodiac sign, often associated with water signs and potentially reflecting traits of patience, intuition, and sensitivity, and deep connection to the ocean. So that's why I decided to do this video by the ocean, because there's a deep connection here to the ocean and CETUS. Now, the idea of the 13th, 14th zodiac signs, including CETUS and Ophiuchus, was popularized by astrologer Stephen Schmidt, who suggested their inclusion in a 1970 book. CETUS can symbolize significant emotional upheavals and the transformative challenges that are often necessary for growth. For those who incorporate CETUS astrologically, it can point to periods of when individuals must confront and overcome their innermost fears and shadows, akin to Perseus facing the monstrous CETUS. So we have the ocean here, and we're talking about Perseus from Greek mythology. Now, in Greek mythology, CETUS was a sea monster, and Perseus was the hero who slew it to save Andromeda. CETUS was sent by Poseidon, aka Abaddon, to punish Queen Cassiopeia, who boasted that her daughter Andromeda was more beautiful than the Nereids, aka sea nymphs. Perseus, after slaying the Gorgon Medusa, encountered Andromeda chained to a rock as a sacrifice to CETUS, either with his sword or by using Medusa's head to turn the beast to stone. Later, before the Trojan War, Heracles also killed one of these CETUSes to rescue Hesione. The term cetacean for whale derives from CETUS. And then in Greek art, Seti was depicted as a serpentine fish. The name of the mythological figure, Ceto, is derived from Cetus, the name of the constellation CETUS, also derives from this word. So in Greek mythology, CETUS is a sea monster, often depicted as a whale-like beast, sent to punish the kingdom of Ethiopia. In some versions, it has the head of a wild boar or a greyhound and the body of a whale or dolphin with a fan-like tail. CETUS was sent by Poseidon, Abaddon, to punish the kingdom for the cruelty of King Cepheus' wife, Cassiopeia, who boasted. CETUS meant to devour Andromeda as an offering, the daughter of Cepheus and Cassiopeia, until Perseus intervened. So CETUS, as a proposed sign, interacts little with the earth and affects the distribution and dates of other signs. And this is why it hasn't been integrated, because it doesn't fit the narrative, guys. But it was derived threat. It was a derived threat to many civilizations. And that's also probably another reason why it hasn't been depicted, because it was a threat. It is a powerful diamond celestial spirit who specializes in water bending. Now, CETUS is currently in soul contract with Abaddon, and despite CETUS's overwhelming power, they still aren't considered one of the top dogs of the diamond spirits. Now, that's a little disturbing. However, they are by far the strongest of the average diamond spirits. CETUS is one of Abaddon's most used spirits. So, if Revelation comes to true in Revelation 13, if this comes to pass, CETUS is going to be at that bend. CETUS could very well be that dragon that has been revealed and prophesied in Revelation 13, also known as the devil. I don't know. So maybe that's why it wasn't derived or brought into light until now. But CETUS takes on the appearance of a massive serpent-like creature with blue scales. They also have multiple spikes along their body, as well as fins and a huge crown made of spikes. CETUS's underbelly is a shade of gray in contrast to its blue scales, which truly make it an excellent camouflage while CETUS is in the water, which is practically always. So even if this being does exist in our oceans, there's more than one of them, guys. And they are camouflaged. They are very hard to spot because they're hidden by their scales. CETUS hasn't truly shown much of its personality, only making terrifying roars. However, CETUS has shown to be rough and aggressive in combat, even unmindful of their summoners or allies while battling. Okay, so if somebody is dumb enough to summon one of these creatures, one of these living beings, it might very well turn on them. So this is something to take into consideration as well. Is that CETUS isn't messing around. CETUS, when it's in aggressive battling mode, it will terminate or eradicate anything that it's, even the person who has summoned it. So keep that in mind when you think about deriving this creature from the depths of the sea. Not much is known of CETUS' history other than the fact that they, at some point, signed a contract with Abaddon. However, like all diamond celestial spirits, it's believed CETUS may have been an average animal such as a sea otter turned celestial spirit via a magical ritual. It is up to those who connect with this mythical being to either carry out the soul contract with Abaddon or break this generational curse placed upon this mythical being. Now, CETUS's abilities are pretty intense. CETUS can cast elemental primary magic. CETUS uses this magic for extremely devastating offensive attacks. CETUS can manipulate and create water with this magic. They can store massive amounts of water within their body to build up the power of attacks. CETUS's mastery in this magic rivals even that of Aquarius, a zodiac spirit in whom also specializes in magic, in which CETUS also has a rivalry with Aquarius. CETUS uses this magic in perfect conjunction with their terrain effect magic. So they are able to alter terrain with their water magic. Also, they are fire elemental, meaning they also have this fiery spirit within them that I think they use water with. So one of their attacks or abilities is crashing wave. CETUS summons a massive tidal wave that comes crashing down upon their targets. The size of this spell can grow tremendous amounts, and it's unknown exactly how large this spell size can get, however. So it can cause a tidal wave. Okay. Also, it has the ability to cause a tsunami, a much more powerful variation of crashing wave, only usable when Cetus's massive amounts of water store within their body. The waves from this spell continue even after hitting its targets, only stopping at Cetus's command or when it has nowhere else to move. So you got the tidal wave as well. Also, Cetus's ability can cause sea shackles, where Cetus summons pillars of water around the targets that bind them in place and constrict them with every second that goes by. It causes these sea wave towers around its target. Also, Cetus can cause a whirlpool. Cetus begins swimming within the water in a spiral motion at high speeds, and by doing so, Cetus causes the surrounding water to move in the same motion as it, effectively creating a whirlpool in the process that pulls anything in the water towards it. It's bane of destruction. So it can cause whirlpools, tidal waves, crashing waves. And it has immense size and strength. Cetuses are colossal dragon beings, often described as being longer than most ships. They possess incredible strength and can constrict their prey. So some of these beings are bigger than battleships. And Cetus also has the ability of aquatic power. They are masters of the oceans and can control water and even the winds, and sometimes even the weather. So they are able to control the weather and wind. And they do have a powerful bite. Their bites are known to inflict significant damage and even rend spells. So the bite of a Cetus can render you spellless, counterattackless. And they have incredible leaping abilities. Despite not being able to fly in a sustained manner, they can leap incredible distance in water, potentially up to 1,200 feet. So they might as well fly the way they leap, right? But they do have a vulnerability. And in this case, their vulnerability is petrification. Like Medusa's head, but who has Medusa's head just lying around? Come on now. But this is a common weakness for Cetus, is their susceptibility to petrification. So they can be petrified. They can turn to stone. And this innate spell casting they have, some depictions grant Cetuses the ability to cast spells like controlling water, winds, and weather. Now, this is where the fire element comes into play. They have this electrical discharge to them. Some versions suggest they can discharge bursts of electricity at their prey, making them a fire-water conducive elemental. And their warframe, where they usually hang out, is their location is primarily on the plains of Eidolon, where people engage in activities like fishing and capturing animals, just along the coast like this. This is where they usually hang out, folks. So what is so special about Cetus? Well, it is home to several notable celestial objects, including the bright star Deneb Kaitos, also aka Beta Ceti, in the galaxy M7.7. Known for its orange giant nature and distance of 96.3 light years. It is a large active galaxy and on of the Messier 77 objects in CETUS as a galaxy, guys. This constellation has the galaxy Messier 77 in it. CETUS also houses other galaxies including NGC 1055 and NGC 247, as well as the planetary nebula NGC 246, nicknamed the Skull Nebula. It is a pretty big constellation. It also has Mira, Omicron Ceti, the first known variable star, famous for its changing brightness over a period of 330 days. Mira, Omicron Ceti. This star in itself is an anomaly. So what does CETUS symbolize? It embodies themes of sacrifice, heroism, and cosmic exploration. The illustration of CETUS from Johannes Hevelius Oranographia in 1690. So this constellation has embodied so many themes from back in 1600s. This goes well beyond our time. A constellation dating way back, steeped in Greek mythology and astronomical significance. Its appearance strikes fear into the hearts of sailors and coastal dwellers, symbolizing the unpredictable and perilous nature of the sea. Its symbol of sacrifice. Central to the myth of CETUS is a theme of sacrifice. In desperation, King Cepheus of Ethiopia is instructed by an oracle to sacrifice his daughter, Princess Andromeda, to appease the rampaging monster. This act underscores the notion of sacrifice for the greater good, as well as the vulnerability of humanity in the face of natural forces beyond our control. Heroic intervention. However, the myth of CETUS also highlights the triumph over adversity. Enter Perseus, the valiant son of Zeus, who swoops in to rescue Andromeda from her dire fate, armed with the severed head of Gorgon Medusa. Perseus confronts CETUS and vanquishes the monster, symbolizing courage, heroism, and the power of divine intervention. Astronomical implications. As a constellation in the celestial sphere, CETUS represents a distinct region of the night sky, inhabited by stars, galaxies, and a cosmic phenomena. Its position in the southern sky makes it visible from various latitudes, inviting astronomers to explore its celestial treasures. Exploring the depths of the sea, the depths of space as well. CETUS serves as a gateway to the wonders of deep space, hosting a myriad of galaxies, star clusters, and nebulae within its boundaries. From distant galaxies millions of light years away to stellar nurseries where new stars are born, CETUS offers a window into the vastness and diversity of the universe. In conclusion, the symbolism of CETUS transcends the realms of mythology, astronomy, embodying themes of sacrifice, heroism, and the mysteries of the cosmos. Whether as a monstrous sea creature of ancient legend or a constellation of stars in the night sky, CETUS captivates our imagination and invites us to ponder our place in the universe. As we gaze upon the celestial spectacle of CETUS, may we find inspiration in its timeless tales and cosmic wonders. Okay, so that's most of the notes that I have on CETUS. But now I'm going to derive my intuition here for you all. Turn it around. Okay, so you got that. CETUS is not to be played with, neither in the cosmos or in the ocean or amongst the living beings that embody it. So if you characterize yourself or embody yourself with this constellation, you might find that you embody chaos. You embody being enslaved at times. And you want to break those constructs of enslavement. I think most of us that embody this characteristic and constellation are generational curse breakers. We have been hidden for quite some time, not wanting to be seen, not wanting to be heard. But we're here, and we are amongst you. And I feel those who embody this in a human form feel trapped, but also feel excitement in their soul to gravitate towards this generational curse theme that brings us to this time that we're living. And those who embody the celestial being of CETUS living in the ocean at some point, maybe in a past life, maybe in this life, maybe in another life, feel threatened by human nature, feel threatened by the human nature to sabotage these oceanic beings. And we are living it, we are seeing it. We see beings, these mammals being washed upon the shore, almost as if CETUS is in existence as we speak. When we see these earthquakes happening beneath the ocean, they are reflections of CETUS. They are reflections of this being coming to the surface. One being the one that just happened, I believe it was a 7.7 earthquake in Papua New Guinea. Also, we see a lot of earthquakes happening around Japan, a lot of earthquakes happening in China, a lot of, and notice that these civilizations are polluting the ocean a lot. You see a lot of pollution around these regions. CETUS is not happy with these. And it is up to CETUS, maybe being provoked or summoned by Abaddon, to clean these regions with its power. I want you to take notice of that. How we are not alone. How there are other living beings within the ocean that are being threatened by human nature. And that it will come to light. Everything must circulate, everything must cleanse itself, even the oceans. And CETUS has a very important job to do as such. So if we're seeing warfare and things that are happening, you see tidal waves and tsunamis, that is not by coincidence. Like, look around those regions, what is happening? It is very well reflective of what is prophesied in Revelations 13. Go back and look at that. So we are living it. We are living it. And I want to bring that to light. It is my place as a light worker, as a prophetess of love, to bring to light that these beings are in existence, that they are not myth, they are actual reality, and that we should embrace that and try to find a way to compromise with the oceanic beings of this world, because they do have fire, they do have power, and they do have significance, and they will not stop. And if our world is being threatened, it's only because we are threatening it as well. Humanity's got a job to do, and it is to protect this planet and the people and the living beings upon it, and to tend to the land. And are we doing that? And I want you to think about that as well. And note that Jesus and me loves you. And if you get any messages that are from me online, it is not me. I do not message people. I do not do private readings. Actually, I don't even do readings at all. Now I am strictly intuitive. I'm not doing tarot readings. I'm not even doing tarot readings online. So if that's what you're looking for, you can just boop off my channel. No more tarot readings here. Everything is directed by the Most High Almighty God, and that is my calling. That's what I'm here for. And I do see that a lot of my videos are not being subscribed to, are not being liked. That's okay. I'm only here for one of the human race. It's okay. But I am doing my calling here on earth, and that is to deliver these messages from God. And so here we are. Here I am. I'm still alive. You cannot silence a child of God. Do not harm God's prophets or anointed. Blessed be to all those who do subscribe. And for YouTube, on you who are trying to shadow ban me, blessed be to you too. Jesus in me loves you, even though you want to silence me. You shall not. Because in light of things, I'm here. I'm a divine being living a human experience. And I'm loving it. And I'm enjoying it for as long as I can. And when I cannot, I will be ascending to my place at home in heaven. And that's all that matters. I make do with what I gotta do. And I love what I gotta love. And whom I gotta love. And that's every living being upon the planet. Just like Jesus did. Just like God does. Even if you don't subscribe, I still love you. Even if you don't believe in God, God still loves you. But remember, if you have faith, even as teeny and tiny as a mustard seed, and you believe in my Father, then you shall be saved when Jesus comes. And Jesus may be here already. Jesus and me loves you. God bless. Peace out.